Welcome back to Wealth Alchemy, the channel that turns everyday knowledge into golden opportunities. Today, we're going to expose the 7 truths that banks will never want you to know. Most people see banks as safe, trustworthy institutions. You deposit your money, they guard it, and when you need a loan, they step in. Sounds fair, right? But the reality is far different. Banks are not charities. They are profit machines, and their biggest profits come from strategies designed to keep you in debt, dependent, and misinformed. Stick with me until the end, because truth number 7 will reveal why you can never get rich by leaving your money in the bank. Truth 1, banks profit more when you're in debt. One-min banks don't want you debt-free. In fact, the entire banking model depends on you owing them money. Mortgages that stretch 20, 30, even 40 years. Credit cards with minimum payments designed to keep you paying interest forever. Car loans that reset every few years. Think about it. If everyone paid off their loans tomorrow, banks would collapse. Debt is their lifeline, and your monthly interest payments are their steady cash flow. That's why they're more than happy to help you with loans, because it's really helping them. Truth 2. Your savings lose value in the bank. When banks say your savings are safe, they mean safe from theft, not safe from inflation. If inflation is 5% and your savings account pays you 1%, you're losing 4% of your money's value every single year. It's a slow leak you don't see, but over a decade it destroys your wealth. That's why the wealthy don't just save, they invest in assets that outpace inflation. Banks won't tell you this because they'd rather you leave your money sitting, quietly losing value, while they use it to generate massive profits. Truth 3. Fees are a business model, not a penalty. Overdraft fees, late payment fees, ATM charges, account maintenance fees, these aren't accidents. They're a business model. Big banks in the US alone make over $30 billion annually from overdraft fees. That's not a side hustle, that's a core revenue stream. The system is designed to catch you slipping, because every mistake you make is a win for them. Truth 4. Your deposits aren't really sitting there. Most people imagine their deposits locked up in a vault. But that's not reality. Banks use fractional reserve banking. They only keep a small fraction of deposits and lend out the rest, often 10 times more than they actually hold. So when you deposit $10,000, the bank might lend out $90,000, creating money out of thin air. This works fine in normal times, but in a crisis, that's why bank runs happen, because your money isn't really all there. Truth 5. Credit scores benefit banks more than you. You're told to protect your credit score at all costs. But here's the truth. A credit score doesn't measure your wealth. It measures how profitable you are as a borrower. A person with no debt at all may have a lower score than someone juggling 5 loans but making payments on time. Why? Because the system rewards those who keep borrowing, not those who achieve financial independence. Banks don't want you debt-free, they want you credit-worthy. Truth 6. Loans are created out of thin air. When you take out a $100,000 loan, banks don't hand you someone else's savings. They literally create that money digitally at the moment you sign. You spend years paying back money that didn't even exist before, with interest. That interest is pure profit for the bank. This system keeps banks in control of money creation, while you work for decades to repay something they typed into a computer. Truth 7. The bank will never make you rich. This is the biggest truth of all. Banks are built to protect themselves and profit from you, not to make you wealthy. Keeping your money in a savings account guarantees you'll lose to inflation. Taking endless loans locks you into a cycle of repayment. Relying on the bank's advice means you'll stay a customer, not a creator of wealth. If you want financial freedom, you must break free from the illusion that banks are on your side. True wealth comes from building assets that generate cash flow. Real estate, businesses, stocks, or investments in new technologies. The bank wants you safe, predictable, and dependent. But financial independence comes when you flip the script and make your money work for you. So now you know, the 7 truths banks will never want you to know. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge? If you want to stop being a customer and start being a creator of wealth, make sure you hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe to Wealth Alchemy. Because here, we don't just expose the traps, we give you the tools to build financial freedom.